Did you know the potential reason your website ranking seems to be stagnant, despite great on-page SEO and backlinks, may be because of your hosting server capacity? If your website seems stuck at a low search ranking month after month, the problem may lie with your web hosting server. Many site owners try to save money by going with cheap, entry-level shared hosting. But limited resources like bandwidth, storage space, and computing power can throttle your site's growth and SEO performance. Upgrade your hosting plan to avoid bottlenecks. As your website gains more visibility and content, it inevitably outgrows basic shared hosting accounts that cram hundreds of sites onto single servers. The constrained bandwidth and storage lead to slow load times, downtime, and sluggish performance, all of which frustrate visitors and hurt your search rankings. The solution is to upgrade your hosting plan to get more resources. Switch to a VPS, dedicated or cloud hosting account that provides virtually unlimited scalable bandwidth, storage, memory, and computing power. With fewer sites competing for resources, your site performance and uptime will improve dramatically. See the link in the description for my recommended cloud hosting provider. Optimize code and assets for faster load times. In addition to upgrading your hosting, you should optimize your site for speed. Bloated code and unoptimized images drag down load times, which reduces visitor satisfaction and search ranking. Do an in-depth audit of your site code to clean up inefficiencies. Compress images, enable caching, minify CSS/JavaScript, and leverage browser caching. Every 100 millisecond of reduced load time can boost conversions and search ranking. Scale database capacity to manage growth. As your website content and traffic expands exponentially, your database storage and workloads will also grow. At some point, an undersized database will hit storage limits and throttle your site's performance. Monitor your database closely and scale up capacity when needed. Managed database hosting takes care of routine optimizations and administrative tasks so you can focus on your site. Add a CDN for faster content delivery. A content delivery network, CDN, stores cached copies of your site assets on servers around the world. Instead of all traffic hitting your origin server, a CDN delivers content from the nearest global server location. This significantly reduces latency and improves performance for visitors everywhere. Avoid cheap shared hosting plans. Some hosts offer rock-bottom shared hosting prices by cramming thousands of accounts on underpowered servers. This overcrowded environment invariably leads to resource constraints and bottlenecks that cripple site performance. Pay a little more for quality web hosting providers that limit accounts per server. You'll get more computing resources, faster load times, and fewer hiccups during traffic spikes. It's worth the small added cost. Sluggish page loads, frequent timeouts, and error messages all indicate your current hosting plan is no longer sufficient. Carefully monitor site analytics and traffic trends to forecast growth. Scale up your hosting proactively before bottlenecks bring your site to a crawl. Staying one step ahead of demand ensures your website continues running smoothly. The key takeaway is not to skimp on web hosting costs up front. Cheap servers create bottlenecks that hinder performance, uptime, and search rankings as your site grows. Invest in quality hosting with resources to spare, scale up proactively, and optimize your code for speed. With the right hosting and optimizations, your site can scale without limits. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos.